Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Friday, February 27th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, the local market is set to open lower with ASX futures down marginally. Global equity markets eased after initially pushing higher overnight as concerns about lofty valuations of tech companies returned to spook investors. This comes in the wake of strong quarterly results from Nvidia, the world's most valuable company. On Wall Street, the technology and communication services sectors were the biggest losers, sending the Nasdaq sharply lower as investors pivoted back into cyclicals. Nvidia's fourth quarter results, which were released after Wednesday's closing bell, were better than analysts had expected, but the chipmaker's revenue growth is decelerating. Elsewhere in the tech sector, Broadcom fell along with most of the Mag 7 stocks, while some of the beaten down software stocks rose, such as Atlassian and Salesforce, which reported quarterly revenue higher than analyst estimates. Enterprise AI software provider C3 AI tumbled after it provided weaker than expected current quarter sales and announced it would slash a quarter of its global workforce. Shares in advertising tech firm Trade Desk slid following its disappointing revenue forecast. James Schmucker shares surged on the packaged food company's solid quarterly profit, and Celsius jumped after the energy drink maker beat quarterly revenue estimates. And London Stock Exchange Group's shares surged in London after it announced a $4.1 billion buyback under pressure from activist investor Elliott Management, which recently built a stake in the data provider. Well, the United States and Iran say they have made significant progress in talks aimed at resolving a dispute over Iran's nuclear program amid a large-scale US military build-up in the Middle East. A senior Iranian official told Reuters that the two foes could reach a framework for a deal if Washington separated nuclear and non-nuclear issues. In the US, the average rate on the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage has fallen below 6% for the first time in 3.5 years, but economists said it's unlikely to boost housing demand unless supply increased. The drop followed a decline in the benchmark 10-year US Treasury yield after the US Supreme Court struck down President Trump's tariffs. US Treasury prices edged higher overnight on the back of safe haven bids, the 10-year yield falling to 4.01%, the 2-year was at 3.44%. Australian 3-year government bond yields fell to 4.23%, the 10-year at 4.68%. The US dollar index is up around 1/3% on the day. The Aussie has eased to 71.1 US cents. Oil prices have settled lower as traders track developments in talks between the United States and Iran. Brent crude futures down to just under $71 a barrel. Gold is up slightly at $5,190 an ounce. Copper fell, iron ore rose around 0.5% to 102 US a tonne, and Bitcoin has fallen back to around 67,000 US dollars. Locally today, we get private sector credit data for January, and among those companies out with results are Coles, Harvey Norman, TPG Telecom, Virgin Australia, and Star Entertainment. That is your day ahead. We'll see you again on Monday.